morning, and as you can probably hear, it's a blustery old day. Looks quite bright, but strong, blustery, gusty winds. But despite that, we're going to press on with a destination in mind of Birstall on this occasion. That's 4 locks, so not as bad as yesterday. So we're doing this in small sections, this last little bit up to Pillings. So, let's get going.
And we're off. Lots of lovely swans here. Let's not go that way. Lots of new development going on here. Not sure what it is. I think this is new graffiti. Don't remember this last time. Maybe somebody's coming up. I'm not right, as there's a little CRT boat. Just come out the lock. And there's another boat waiting to go in.
First lock done. North Lock with our new German lock buddies on Mendip, a boat we've seen before at Broadston. We're hoping to do the Leicestershire ring. Lock number 2 with a helpful CRT volunteer lockie.
If you forget the rubbish in the canal, this is quite pretty.
Lock 3 done with a view back to the Space Centre. One of Leicester's claims to fame is that it's the centre of the UK space industry, such as it is. And there's rockets in there. If you're ever in Leicester, well worth a visit. Sea cadets out for a little paddle under Bridge 11.
Nice bit of greenery here. The outskirts of Leicester.
Lock done, and we've decided to press on just a little further to our local stamping ground of Syston, which means one more lock.
So Mr. Lock done. We've said goodbye to our German friends, and they're on the schedule, very tight schedule. We're doing the Leicestershire ring in 11 days, so they're steaming off, but that was difficult. No boats all day. Of course, coming to a bridge, another boat. It's probably trying to avoid the fishermen, I imagine.
We are moored just outside Syston by Watermead Country Park, in as nice a mooring as any, only it happens to be a couple of miles from where we live. But let's pretend we're still on our adventure on the Cup, which I guess technically we are. for another couple of days. Good morning. It's dawned. A fine day, quite warm, and a fine weekend is predicted. So the plan today is to head back more or less to Pillings, but not immediately go in, because I think we'll use this fine weather to smarten up the scrapes on either side of Dreammaker and make her look presentable for the winter. We're also meeting friends at Pillings for brunch tomorrow morning, so I think we'll eke out the last few hours of this cruise to enjoy that as well. So let's go.
And we're off. Just passing the Hope and Anchor public house in Leicester. And on our way. Here on our local river is the boat we saw at Aston-on-Trent. Matchless. It's a boatyard in Syston. Old Junction boatyard. Not sure where they actually have what they say, because it says closed. But I think they still work on boats. At the moment we're on the Syston Cut, which is canalised, and here's the junction with the old Melton navigation, which goes off down there and eventually goes to Melton Mowbray, which they are hoping to restore eventually. And now this forms the River Reek. So we go along the River Reek for a short while until we join the River Soar again. This is Junction Lock. We've only got 3 or 4 locks today, depending where we stop.
The Reek is not the widest river at its best, so this little bit pressed into service as part of the navigation is particularly twisty in parts, but we'll be back on the Soar soon, which altogether is a bigger river. And here comes the Soar to join us. Second lock of the day, with today's lock buddy waiting patiently for us.
Sharing the lock with Lily Rose. He's just moving his boat to Pillings. Cossington, just off Cossington Meadows, which is a beautiful nature reserve, apparently in the top 20 in the country, voted by the Times. A plot of land here was for sale for 300,000 last year. I don't know if it included the outbuildings, I'm sure it didn't include the boats. It's quite nice that way, but we have to go this way. Hello. Against all odds. By the waterside inn. We are in Mount Sorrel Lock. The gates were helpfully open for us. It was already.
Just coming out of Mount Sorrel Lock, heading towards the Barrow Cut in a bit. Isn't that lovely? To one of the marina
also got a lot of look like holiday cottages that they seem to have installed since last year. I don't remember them last year. Now that's what you call a boathouse. Fabulous. Fabulous house to go with it too. Hi, Mr. Bear. He's not doing so well. No, that is lovely. River Thorpe going off down there. Round and we stay on our little canalised channel. Here's barrow boating, little marina. Oh, cars you can go out in. There's the navigation barrow. At Barrow Deep Lock, there's rafts of this blanket weed, and I don't know quite what we can do with it. And there's a load in the lock as well, so they're just filling the lock up and see what we can do to move it out the way. Here we are in Barrow Deep Lock now, along with lots and lots of weed, but hopefully, because it's at the front, we'll be okay.
And there's a load of this weed in the lock that I hope we're going to push out, and I hope isn't going to end up round our prop. Otherwise it'll be a quick trip down the weed hatch.
I have a little friend. We have a lot of weed. Oh, it's coming. Luckily, somebody's been through this and got a little track through the weed. Apparently this is an invasive species and we've got to try and get rid of it somehow. Islands of it. Islands in the stream. The entrance to home, but we're not going to go in just yet. We're going to try and find a spot where we can paint all the scrapes along the sides of the boat that I've done going in and out the locks. Dandelion, the Baldwin Trust boat that runs from Barrow.
And here we are, pretty much back where we started on the 27th of May 2023. Probably still our favourite mooring. So we'll have a spot of lunch and then it's time to start smartening Dreammaker up for her triumphant return to Pillings. That's the afternoon's job.
Plastic bag in the weed hatch instead of weed.
Good morning. And it's time to say goodbye to this lovely mooring and head back to Pillings, where Dreammaker is going to rest for a while. We've been here for 2 days now and we've painted and polished both sides of the boat. We had a lovely brunch with Howard and Vanessa yesterday, but otherwise we've been generally smartening Dreammaker up for the winter. Now it's time to go, so let's do that.
And we're off. Just a short hop back to Pillings, taking Dreammaker home. Hopefully not for all of the winter though. We'll be out again. You all right this side? Here we are. Going back into Pillings.
Well, as you've probably guessed, the YouTube videos lagged a little bit behind real time, and we've actually been back at the marina for a few weeks now. So here we are, all warm and cosy on the boat, and it's Christmas time. And as luck would have it, the last video of our cruise just happens to be coming out on Christmas Day. So we thought we'd take the opportunity to wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and thank you so much for coming along with us on the 2023 cruise. Really looking forward to you joining us on the 2024 cruise. There'll be a few odd videos before then, so keep watching. But for now, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Cheers!